Hey guys, Kingtut11 here, and today I am doing top 5 things that you probably didn't know about TheoTown Beta. But first, I want to say, I found an app that might let me cheat Pokemon Go, so in the future I might do a video on that. Sorry, I messed up there. It's not because I'm lazy that I'm doing this, just because I can't bring this tablet out of the house. If I got a phone, I would go out and exercise for that. But anyways, let's begin. Okay, first off, we're going to start with something that happens with residential. Now, as you might notice, there are these little things right here, like the clothesline, the sandbox, and the slide, and the swing set next to these houses. This is not random. These things will spawn next to housing. That way it looks like actual housing and not just weird. Like, let's say this yard right here, that would never spawn by itself without any houses near it. It has to be connected to a house somehow. Or these swing sets. Or this thing right here. The little lamp in the pond or whatever that is. They always will spawn by houses just to make them look more natural, like actual houses with yards. Anyways, on to number 2. Our next thing on the list is the starting screen that says TheoTown, made by Flowersoft. The thing about this is that it changes colors every time you reload the app. See, I'll show you right now. It's gonna be this color, like blue, light blue, whatever you call that color. Now, we'll look here, we'll load in the app again, and it's gonna be a different color. Or it's just gonna be the same color, because my luck is bad. Just looks stupid on this. 3 times the charm, right? And, yep, there we go. That was number 2. On to the next. Alright, so number 3 here has to do with the debug thing. Right there. On the side next to the 3 lines. Now, you can't exactly... It's not there, actually, unless you turn it on. So you have to go on to... Other. Sorry, had to find it for a second there. And then you see this little thing over here. That's debug mode. You turn that on. Go back. Then it will appear here. Now I'm going to play the city for a second. And then you'll see in the top left corner here, it shows what your game is loading. If it's waiting for something, if it's doing, like, just what actions it's doing that's taking up your RAM. Right now, one of the biggest things is drawing the city, because that's one of the biggest things. Here in the top right corner, you'll see near the bottom, it tells you how many people you have in your city. It'll tell you the rich population, the medium rich population, and then the poor population. It also shows you roads, the amount of cars you have on your world that are generated, the amount of bus stops, and I guess the value of your... No, not the value, how much people want residential, commercial, and industrial above that, underneath the weight in green and all that. Now, on to the next one. So, you might think, when you start a new town... Oops, wrong button there. Alright, so when you start a new town on TheoTown, you're probably like, solar panels, they're the cheapest ones. I mean, yeah, they don't produce very much electricity, but, they're the lowest thing. They should be good to start out with. Sorry, you can't say things today. But then... And also, they don't pollute or anything, and they don't really have any effects on the environment. But the wind turbine, let's see the difference here. If the wind turbine produces 4 times more electricity, or whatever you would call that, than the solar panel, or kilowatts an hour, I don't know how you'd say it. And let's see, the monthly price of this, though, continuing on, is only 2.5 times more. So 100 monthly price compared to 200 and 250 monthly price. I mean, there's really no... I mean, if I started the game, if I found that out earlier, it would really help me, because think about it though, when you're starting your town and you just have solar panels, I mean, it's just not worth it, because although these things are more money beginning with, think about And also they make noise, but think about it. You'll save more money in the long run because these produce way more electricity. Because to produce the amount of electricity this thing produces, you need 4 of these, which is $400 compared to $250. So in the long run, you're saving money. Anyways, on to the next. Okay, so the next and final thing. Oh god. Okay, so the next and final thing there is nuclear power plants will explode without enough water. Now, in a previous update before nukes came along, they just started on fire and just fell apart. You know, nothing really terrible happened. But, as you can see, I've made a little demonstration here. And I got some zero stripe houses there. Now, it's on pause right now, so it's not going to do anything. But, oh, okay, so that's just fine. I don't care about that. But, as you can see, it's running just fine right now. I mean, it has enough water to support it. But if you take away some of these water towers, or all of them actually, see what happens. It's gonna start on fire in a couple seconds here. Oh no, yep, there you go. And you can put it out, but I'm pretty sure it will keep starting on fire until you get enough water. But you do have like a split second before it does start on fire. But once this thing burns down, it creates a nuclear explosion. So you better get enough water to it and put it out, otherwise you're screwed. But you do have a little bit before it burns down, so I'll put it on here. Zoom out a bit, and I'll show you what happens. Yep. That is why you don't have, if nuclear power plants, they're expensive to maintain. You can't put them near anything because they're hazardous to people and animals, and they explode when they don't have enough water. Pretty much eliminating your town. Yeah, and the thing I just said before, they're radioactive. If you put them near houses and all of them, they'll be extremely unhappy, and I'm sure later in the game they'll add something that makes it so you lose something, or something like that happens. But anyways, thanks for watching. Leave a comment in the comment section, or answer the card that I'll put at the beginning of the video if you want me to make another TheoTown Beta Top 5. I'll be gone for the next 5 days after noon tomorrow, so decided to make this quick. I'll edit it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Goodbye.